Ever heard of the saying, the devil is in the details? I recently heard about this and I find it to be very fascinating because it made me realize how true that really is. In a world where Satan and his army were cast down and swore to God, to the Creator, to all of the souls who would incarnate into mankind and learn their lessons, that he would lead all of us astray. I find it fascinating that he has found his little marks in different areas of the world. And some of those areas just happen to be in the world of art, music, and media. Now, there was a channeled message that I received around this upon hearing the devil is in the details, and I was encouraged to share it with you all. So if you're new here, I'm a psychic medium and channeler. Watch any of my other videos, and if they resonate, great. They're all timeless. If they don't, leave the message behind. So the devil's in the details basically means you need to notice the patterns of what is being shown in front of you, because there's many layers of truth. You could think of it like different filters. Your eyes have different filters that it sees. So if you're watching a particular movie, you're listening to a particular song, you're at a show where you get to see art, maybe you're at a museum, take whatever thing that you're doing and pay attention to what you notice, because oftentimes the devil will influence people to create its memoir through that particular thing: the movie, the song, the music video, the art. Now, a lot of people will argue and say, well, it's art, Yasmin, it's art. And I get it, okay? I want to say here, we're not here to judge. There's obviously two sides to every coin, and the other side, we can say the dark side, is here to teach us something, because if it thinks that it's not doing that, it really is. It's teaching us to protect our energy more, to pray more, to appreciate more, to make sure that we remember where we came from, our higher purpose and power, and the path we are actually meant to be on, not the path that we're being led astray. And so when you pay attention, the devil is really infiltrating itself in little minute ways that to many people, they have that initial filter where, because they've previously enjoyed that artist or that movie, okay, or that, that song or that, particular painter, whatever that is for you, they might not initially recognize what is being shown. So you really have to pay attention to what you notice, okay? I want to give an example. Some of you guys might be aware of this. Doja Cat is one of those artists that a lot of you have noticed has kind of shown her new aesthetic in a way that can seem a little bit concerning to some people. And, people are able to change whatever they prefer and like, but there's certain things where there is a limit and there's a threshold, and you can only hold that filter in front of your eyes for so long, because while her music is really good and really catchy, a lot of it is literally songs, because words are spells, and that's why it's called spelling. Basically bring that energy into your conscious mind, into your energetic field, okay? So we have to be mindful of what we're engaging with, not only with what we speak, obviously, but what we watch, what we literally see and engage with in that aspect. The music video, the songs, the shows. So where Doja Cat once had sort of a different otherworldly aesthetic, she now seems to have obviously sold her soul, and she says that in one of her songs, Paint the Town Red, that she doesn't care, she'd rather be famous instead, right? She does not care because she wants to have that fame, and that's what a lot of people who end up selling their souls in Hollywood do. They get to a point where the money just takes over. And for a lot of us who work 3 jobs, we get it, okay? Yeah, you want the money, and it does something to you. It really does. But there comes a point when you have to lift the veil of illusion for what's being presented to you, because that no longer is a filter of truth. It is now showing you a veil of illusion. And the thing is with Doja Cat, now she's outwardly showing and telling people what she is resonating with, naming a song about demons, saying that she's hanging out with the devil. Like, that is so obvious, and you should no longer take that as art. What do you notice in her music videos, in her lyrics? This is my point with this message. The devil is in the details, because although the tune of the song is catchy and it stays literally in your head, that's how catchy it is. The voice is great. The dance moves are great. Her quirky personality is great. But you have to notice, where is the devil in the details within the actual music videos, within the lyrics, within what she's presenting on her page. Does it make sense? And even more so, there's other examples I can give, not just with movies, but take a look at the 2012 London Olympics halftime show. I'm not sure if it's really the halftime show or the pre-show, but just YouTube it, 2012 London Olympics halftime show, and you will see how they are literally showing us the COVID pandemic. It was planned, okay? And they show this with hospital beds going in circles, a tall, dark figure casting a wand. It's freaky, you guys. So in the halftime show, they literally show this tall, dark figure. I mean, it's like over 13 feet tall with a tall wand, and it looks like a ghost a little bit, like something from one of those Halloween movies. And then you see all these hospital beds circulating, going in circles. These kids are in the show. It's really weird. They're running away scared, like literally showing being frightened. And then you see these random dark like figures, just like they look like animals, literally, like, but it's like supposed to be representative of dark energy, of like demons running after the kids, running around these hospital beds. And they're basically showing in this show what is going to happen in 2020, because the Mayan calendar, and I've talked about this before, says that 2012 is the end of the world, but 2012 in the Mayan calendar was actually 2020 in the Gregorian calendar. So it was the end of the old world. We know that 2020 gave everyone 2020 vision. It woke up a majority of humanity, obviously. So the purpose is there. The purpose was there, okay? But at the same time, you have to pay attention, because the devil's contract on earth, and it's not really contract, the devil and his team thinks that that's what they're doing, that by showing you in advance, by showing humanity what they are planning, that they're relieving themselves and all those who join them of their karma. But that's not really the case, because a lot of people don't have the consciousness level to pay attention. They have that filter in front of their eyes, that filter of truth, where they might not pay attention. And I get it, because let's say you're watching the Olympics, you're not going to immediately see, oh, that's really weird, that's like almost satanic, like what is this halftime show? You're not going to see that. Same with an artist. Oh, like I love her songs, I love her music, I don't see it, it's art. But then when you start to notice what's in the details, what are they showing and telling you, the patterns that are repeating in all these little subtle ways, that's when you know the devil is in the details. So final message here, don't allow art to be the scapegoat, the expectation to normalize this kind of energy, because there's a saying that you become the 5 people you're around the most. What you engage with, you soon become. And that's why they say your words are spells, and that's why it's called spelling. So anything you speak, you listen to, you watch for a prolonged period will inevitably not only impact your consciousness, your thoughts, but it's also going to show more anxiety in your life, more depression, impact your mental health and your energy field. You literally become compromised with entity attachments. And people don't think it's that serious. They're like, oh, that's so woo-woo. But no, like it is so true. And we see that with so many people in Hollywood and so many people on a day-to-day basis who have become compromised by darkness that they just lose their shit in life. And that's just what it is.